we're here again in London attending the NACS Future Convenience event. The event is taking place here in the British Library. The theme for this video review this year is the future of convenience. Lots happening in this industry, lots of opportunities, lots of challenges, and we're meeting a few people who can possibly tell us something about that. Eurogarages is the UK's third largest independent forecourt operator, and you've been talking at the conference as well. So what makes your company so fast growing?
Yeah, for us it's about, we're a brand ambassador. So Eurogarages, our strength is representing brands like Esso, BP, Starbucks, Subway, Greggs. So we're custodians of those brands. So in terms of our business model, we've not gone out there to develop our own kind of coffee offer or our own fuel offer. What we've done is we've worked with strong brands that the consumer recognises and likes and developed a successful, sustainable business model.
So Ilyas, can you tell me how you are set up in the UK and what your plans are for the future then?
Yeah, for us in the UK we're now up to 120 sites. Naturally we're looking to grow our estate. We have a program of site acquisition, but then it's not just about acquiring the sites, it's about developing the sites as well. And with that, what we're doing is introducing brands into forecourt operations. So for example, a forecourt might not have a Subway, so we're introducing new brands like Subways into forecourts. We're rolling out Starbucks drive-thrus, so we've got 32 Starbucks and 32 Subways currently. Our plans are to have 100 of those in the UK in the next couple of years. Site-wise, we're hoping we get over the 200 mark by the end of 2014 with a view to getting somewhere around the 300 site mark. We employ just under 2,000 staff just now, so it's very exciting times for us. There's a lot of opportunities as the oil majors are divesting. We see it as a window of opportunity for us to kind of acquire site blocks from them, but with a view to kind of investing in them for the future.
Is there money to be made in selling petrol?
From a Eurogarages perspective, it's a definite yes. And the reason I say that, fuel purchases used to be a distressed purchase in the past. Your car's running out of fuel, you look for the nearest petrol station, you go on there, and if you want to buy a packet of crisps or drinks, you do that purchase. Now the consumer is more sophisticated. They're actually making a choice in terms of going to a forecourt. So, for example, with our Starbucks drive-thrus, what we find a lot of business people use the facilities for their meetings and get-togethers. So they'll travel, they'll come to the Starbucks, they'll have their meeting, they'll entertain their customers and suppliers with a premium coffee brand. The environment's good, it's free Wi-Fi, there's supplementary car parks that we offer. They finish their meeting, they come out and they say, actually, while I'm here, I might as well fill up. So the consumer kind of mentality towards purchasing fuel is going reverse. So they're coming to the destination in terms of choice, but then the fuel purchase has become secondary. So that's what Eurogarages has homed in on, is about kind of making the kind of non-fuel offer very strong around fuel. So we've seen good sales in fuel, but that's come about because we've got a very strong non-fuel offer in terms of the retail side as well as food and drink.
How has CounterBooks played its part in the convenience retailing market?
CounterBooks was designed, it's an IT system, an accounting system and a retail management system, and it was designed by a guy who ran a petrol station years ago. And he found that there weren't accounting systems designed for retailers. So he designed this system in the 90s, an old MS-DOS system. We made it a cloud accounting system in the 2000s, and it was designed specifically for a petrol retailer. And we now have clients that are petrol retailers, convenience retailers, and all sorts of other retailers. So it's specific for a retailer. We then, IT starts to talk to each other. So we take information from point-of-sale systems or wholesaler invoicing systems or whatever. So it makes the whole process for the retailer really easy to keep his records. For the oil companies, we provide an overview of their whole network. And because it's cloud again, cloud accounting, head office management can see it, territory managers can see it, so everybody has a view on the financial operation of the retailer. So in summary, it makes it efficient for them to enter the data, gives them both the retailer and the oil company really good information in terms of the business.
What are your predictions for the future of the convenience retailing market?
Varies by market, as we saw with Klass's presentation earlier, where fuel might be declining in mature markets, fuel's increasing in Asia, Africa. If we talk about UK, which is our principal market, convenience is a mature operation. You'll find it split between multiples and supermarkets, symbol groups, independent operators and so on. Independents have been declining for many years and will continue to decline. Symbol groups are growing at about 9% per annum these days. Fastest growing sector of the marketplace, so it varies sector by sector. There are certain bits of convenience not good, others really great. Yeah.
FreshStop has won the Convenience Retailer of the Year award yesterday. So what differentiates your company from your competitors?
Well, I think initially it's the inclusion of the fruit and vegetables, the fresh product, pick up and go products that we brought in, and then working along with our distribution, our support structures, working along with our franchisees, making sure there's a proper business model for them to work along with, training them and making sure they're up to speed with how things are done along with the FreshStop brand.
What do you think are the challenges for convenience retailers, especially in South Africa, where your company is based, in the future?
I think there's going to be quite a few challenges, and the main ones being the decline in fuel and getting people into your store. But probably a few of the other aspects is our industry is moving much more towards convenience. The players are going to get bigger, stronger. There's going to be more offers coming along, and if you're not keeping up with those offers, then you're going to fall behind. I think those are probably the bigger challenges. We've become very competitive. We've now, as we've just won Convenience Store of the Year, we'll have a lot of guys following and bringing up new ideas to compete with us, and it's going to make it keep us on our toes and make sure that we've got more products coming in and stay ahead. So yeah, it's innovation is probably the best word of putting up there.
When we do online shopping, personalized offers are probably state of the art. So does that work for convenience stores as well?
I think that time is coming for even convenience stores to adopt that strategy, because I think so far all promotions that convenience stores have been running have all been mass market, do blanket offers, and I think the time has come, and I think it's already started, where convenience stores are trying to create that connect with their customers, and there's so much competition out there, convenience stores are trying to reach out to the customers, create a completely different experience for them, personalize, promotions for them, so that they come back to the store and buy more. And it's been proven that the moment you personalize offers and promotions to customers, their propensity to buy at your store is much higher. So I think that is the future. And gone are the days of having flyers and printed material. Now is the time for digital communication. And these days with a lot of convenience stores, we saw in the sessions in the morning how Raitan is using mobile apps, and when they launched a new offer on their mobile app, it was gone within seconds. So I think that is the way that convenience store retailers are trying to reach out to their customers through the digital medium, through personalized promotions, so that they create an engagement platform with their customers.
Well, Ireland seems to be one of the trendsetters when it comes to convenience retailing. So what is so special about Ireland?
Oh, aside from the Irish entrepreneurial spirit, which we're renowned for, and our friendly attitude towards business, I think it's been a really competitive market. So if you look at what happened in the last 5-10 years, the oil majors have divested, so they got out of the business, and we didn't really have hypermarkets. So we never had that kind of concentration where the hypermarkets gobbled up all of the grocery or convenience business. Very, very strong regional players, and we have a vibrant entrepreneurial kind of people that actually have been investing and growing and learning to grow their business. It's as simple as that.
And how do you see the future of convenience retailing in Ireland?
Yeah, listen, I've used the term a couple of times, foodvenience, right? So there's a divergence between food and convenience. No doubt about that whatsoever. We're seeing it all the time. If you're not in food service, you're probably not in business. The convenience stores are becoming more service stores, so they have service offerings, not just soft drinks and tobacco. It's more into pay bills and all the things that you would expect in a location that's convenient for you to hit on your way home or on your way to work. So we've become kind of the 24-hour service provider for things that people need on a daily basis.
Even for breakfast?
Yeah, I mean, breakfast is a cornerstone. I mean, most people are in a hurry, so they get up, they shower, and they want to get out. They don't have time to cook breakfast, so our industry is an ideal breakfast provider. And while our competition may be McDonald's, I think service stations provide the breakfast moment for consumers. We then have the lunch trade, so we're absolutely in that market. The one we haven't cracked yet as an industry is probably the evening take-home business, and I think that's we've been talking about it for a long time. So you're going to see innovation in that area in the next 5-10 years. So we have all day parts covered for the consumers.
So in the future, what are the challenges for a petrol station operator when it comes to setting the prices?
So I think volume's going to be a real challenge as alternative fuels increase and car efficiency also increases. Retailers are going to really struggle to maintain market share, and I think the very sophisticated retailer will start to look at the link between fuel pricing and convenience store sales and start to segment their sites accordingly. So depending on how strong that link is between volume sold in fuel and convenience store sales, those smart retailers will start to think of their sites as either volume or margin drivers. I think that the time of thinking discreetly about fuel and convenience store as different products is probably going. The really savvy retailer will think holistically and price fuel in order to drive the appropriate people into the convenience store.
We just heard your very interesting presentation about Migrolino in Switzerland. So what do you think the development will be for convenience stores in Switzerland?
I think that the most petrol companies will need a professional retailer in the future in order to get all these insights in the retail market, so to handle it in the future. Yes. And of course we will have a sort of market reduction, because there are low consuming engines in the future, electrical cars, so it will be quite important to enhance the services and the retail offer in the future.
So what is Migrolino doing to improve the service at convenience stores?
Of course we have several concepts on the service side as well as on the assortment side, and of course we will also change the ratio between gasoline stations and city as well as railway station sites. Yes.
Then you're the organizer of the Future of Convenience event. So what do you personally think about the convenience retailing sector, and what are the challenges for the future?
Well, we've just been through a period of immense austerity. We've seen some of the biggest changes in consumer behaviour, in shopping habits since the 1960s in many markets around the world. But of course, the interesting thing is for convenience throughout this period, again in many markets around the world, growth has continued, expansion has continued. The convenience sector isn't immune from these changes because it's had to adapt, particularly on pricing in some respects. But generally, the sector has continued to grow very, very well throughout the global recession. And as some countries come out of it, things will improve even further. So, the future looks very rosy.
The cooperation between your organisation and NACS has been mutually beneficial, I presume. So now you've come together in a more official way. So can you tell me a bit about that?
Well, NACS are the International Association for Convenience and Fuel Retail, and that means a lot. They have a tremendous global position in our industry. Our industry very much needs them. And as the world gets more and more linked up, consumers are very linked up around the world. The industry has to be too, and NACS are the cement in making that happen. We've had a partnership with NACS for the last 7 years, so it's a long time partnership. We're pretty used to working together, but it has been an informal partnership. And what we've just done, and we signed the agreement back in August, was we're now commercial partners. And on the basis of that new platform, with NACS taking a majority stake in the Future of Convenience event, which is a long-standing European event at the highest level, we have a new platform to go forward. I'm going to be working as a director in NACS Europe as well as MD of Insight going forward, and I'm really excited about the future because we're very tied in. We're now commercially tied into the leadership of our industry globally. So it's a pretty exciting prospect from our point of view.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dan, for inviting us here. It was very, very nice.
You're always very welcome. Thank you.